So just really quick, I do want to talk just about a few of these again. Remember, complementary equals 90. That's not a 90, is it? Equals 90. Supplementary equals 180, right? And then sometimes on adjacent, if it's marked like this, that means the two angles are equal. Okay? That means A would equal B. And then a linear pair, if one is A and one is B, it would be A plus B equals 180. So you have to remember that. And on vertical angles, A equals B. So sometimes we have to remember which ones equal each other and which ones equal 180 or 90. Okay? So now we're going to go on to the work. Back here to my definition of vertical angles. What did I say? So they're equal to each other. Okay, so if it's a vertical angle, because if I could take a piece of paper, right, and I had my crosses on there and I folded it in half, they would be exactly the same. Does that make sense? Okay, so harder problems than yesterday. So that's what we're going to talk about. So again, we're going to name the type of angle. Is it complementary? Is it supplementary or a linear pair? Is it adjacent or is it vertical? I was like, which one did I forget? Vertical. So what type of angle is this? Complementary. And I know because it's complementary that the two angles equal 90, right? So I'm going to say 4x plus 8 plus 62 equals 90. So I add the two angles together and it equals 90. Now I have an equation I can solve. So I have 4x plus 70 equals 90. Subtract 70, right? So 4x equals 20. Divide by 4, and x equals 5.
I left my notebook at home though.
Oh my Lanta. That's why you have notes in front of you.
Oh yeah, no. I had everything also. No, I should have my notebook because I put everything in there. I don't know, I don't see it, so I'm letting them out.
Okay. So what type of angles is number 2?
Linear, supplementary, right?
So does this angle and this angle form a line?
No.
No. So they're not supplementary or a linear pair. Look at your definitions on the front page. Vertical. Nice, Jasmine. Good. Vertical. So they're vertical because they share a vertice, right? The two lines cross and they share a vertice, so they're opposite angles. So does that mean they're equal to each other or that I'm going to add them together and equal some other value? They're equal to each other. Good. So that means that 4x minus 1 has to equal 55. And now I solve for x, right? And what am I going to do first?
Add 1 to both sides.
Add 1 to both sides. Beautiful. And then I get 4x equals 56. And then I'm going to divide by 4. And x is going to equal 1, I think it's 14. Just put it in my calculator and check it out. 56 divided by 4, yeah, 14. Okay, beautiful. Questions? We're doing okay so far? Okay. Okay, what is my next set of angles? Next pair of angles.
That'd be or like it would be Linear pair?
Do these two angles form a line?
No.
Okay, great. Complementary, good. Yeah, so it's complementary. I think that's how it's spelled, complementary. I've just been spelling it, cutting it off at the E, right? Complementary. Because they equal how much? 90. And that means it's complementary. So that's 8x plus 10 plus 42 equals 90. So if I simplify the right side, sorry, I think it's the left side, plus 52 equals 90, right? Because they're on the same side, the equal sign, I just add them together. And then I'm going to subtract 52, and I get 8x equals, I don't know, 52, 62, 72, 82, 30. That can't be right. Is it right? 90 minus 52. Let me just do it this way. Minus.
38.
It is 38. Huh. Interesting. Divide by 8. That's 52. That's right. Okay. Divide by 8. X is going to equal some weird fraction. 4.75. I thought they all came out even. So, Elizabeth Hernandez. Okay. Huh. Okay. All right. The next one, what type of angles is this? What?
Linear?
Linear, good. So this is linear because it forms a line. And if it's a linear pair, what do we know about linear pairs?
Linear pairs?
Mm-hmm.
They equal 180.
They equal 180. So this angle plus this angle equals 180. So I have 4x plus 8 plus 124 equals 180. So 4x plus 132 equals 180. And then what am I going to do? Subtract what?
132 both sides.
Good. I'm going to subtract 132 both sides.
48 degrees.
And I'm going to get 4x equals 48. And then I'm going to divide by,
Divide by 4.
and x is going to equal
1.
48 divided by 4 is 1.
Yeah. No. 12.
Very good. And it's not degree. I just want to point this out. This is not degrees. This is what x equals. It's not the degree. Unless x is the only variable there and there's nothing else with x, it's not the degree. It's just what x equals. Is that okay? Does that make sense? Okay, awesome. Okay, so number 5, what type of angles are these? Vertical. Vertical. And what do we know about vertical angles? They're equal to
180.
Look at our other pair of vertical angles. Number 2, what did we do?
Both sides. I don't know.
So if that means that number 5 would be, sorry, let me get it back up here. There we go. 12x plus 4 equals 9x plus 22. Okay, now we have a little harder problem. What do I need to do first?
Put the x's together.
So how am I going to do that?
X's to one side of the equal sign.
Yeah, so how?
So add it together.
Nope, it's on opposite sides of the equal sign. So I'm going to add them or I'm going to subtract. I'm going to do the opposite, right? So I'm going to subtract 9x. And I get 3x plus 4 equals 22. And then what am I going to do? Subtract 4. And I get 3x equals 18. Yeah, 18. And then I divide by 3. And x equals 6. Lovely. Okay, what about number 6? It's weird. But it's defined. We have it defined on the front page, what type of angle it is. Yeah. On the front page of today's and yesterday's notes.
Complementary.
So does that means it's a 90-degree angle. Does those form 90-degree angles? It's an adjacent angle. Good. So they share a vertice and they share one side, right? So they're adjacent to each other. And then what do we know about it? Well, because this is here, see this stroke right here, and this one right here, that means that they're congruent. And congruent means that they're equal in size. So that means the two things are equal, because they're equal in size. That's what congruent means. So that means I can write this as 9x plus 7 equals 6x plus 16. And now I'm going to solve it exactly like I just did the last one. So I'm going to subtract 6x. And I get 3x plus 7 equals 16. And then I'm going to subtract 7. And I get 3x equals 9. Divide by 3. X equals 3. Questions? Questions at home? Questions in here? CLA, you doing okay?
X on one side. What if it was like 9x plus 7 and on the other side was just 6x?
Then I would move the 9x to the
other side?
Yeah, the other side, yeah. Well, I could still move it to this side, then I'd have to move the number to the other side. Still, it doesn't matter. Either way, it would work. Because I got to get the variables on one side, the equal sign, and the constants on the other side.
So then that would be like x equals negative something.
Yeah, your variable could be negative. It's okay. I didn't want to go to another page because I think there's a few more problems. Okay, what type of problem is numero 70? Numero 70. Oops. Yeah, number 7 is what?
It is complementary.
Complementary, because it's a right angle.
Complementary, dear Watson.
So this is complement. I'm sorry, I'm not spelling it. Complementary. And what do we know about complementary?
They have to equal 90.
They have to the two angles have to equal 90, right? Here's my little 90-degree sign. So 8x minus 7 plus 4x plus 1 has to equal 90. I know I wrote this one a little different because I wanted to add these together. That's okay if I write it a little different. It doesn't matter. I'm just adding my like terms together. I just lined my like terms up. So now I get 12x minus 6 equals 90. So add 6 together. Add 6 to both sides. And I get 12x equals 96. Divide by 12. And x is going to equal, is that 8? I think it's 8. 96 divided by 12. Yep, 8. Beautiful.
I got one question wrong, and it's because I thought a 5 was a 6. So
Oh.
I put 28 instead of 38.
in the canvas?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and what type of pairs are this? Is this last one, number 8? Supplementary. Supplementary, or easier, linear. Right? It's easier to spell linear than it is to spell supplementary. Sorry, same thing. What do we know about a linear or a supplementary pair of angles? They equal not 180, so I have 9x plus 3 plus 2x plus 1, and that has to equal 180. So that gives me 9, 10, 11x plus 4 has to equal 180. So I'm going to subtract 4. And I'm going to get 11x equals 176. Divide by 11. Let's see, 176 divided by 11 is 16. 16. Questions? How do you guys feel about it? Not too bad?
Feel good.
Okay. Oops, hold on. There's 8 questions for you to answer. Go.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
If you have any questions on any of these, let me know, and I'll go over them.
Okay. Probably big. Do you usually correct when you go back? No?
That goes for you guys at home, too. If you have any questions on any of these, let me know. F. What is F? Adjacent. Wow. X equals 3. G. Complementary. 8. Linear. X equals 16. Did you get them all right, Ketland?
You got 3 of them. I just put the last one in, but he had it.
No, I'm saying the ones that we did up here.
Oh, let's see. 11, 16, right?
Which one? The last one?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
16. I got 3.2 now
On which one?
on F.
On F? How? Look, they equal each other, right?
Yeah.
16x minus 7 equals 11x. Oh, maybe that, no, 11x plus 8. So subtract 11x, right, and add 7. So that's 5x equals 15.
Oh, and then I got that wrong.
Yeah, he did that part wrong.
What did you do wrong?
He added. I have no idea how you. Oh yeah, he added
I added
11x
the
to
6x.
16.
Where did you get a 6 at?
16.
He added 11x.
Oh, instead of subtracting it. Okay.
But E, I got. How did you get 6?
The same way, 6x plus 2 equals 8x minus 10. So I subtracted 6x and added 10.
You keep adding x to both sides, but you can't add.
You have to do the opposite, right? So if it's a positive, you do the opposite, which is subtract. Does that make sense?
What's D? 14.
14.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And then
C, I got.
4.
You got 5.
I probably put a top.
B,
I
he
got
got
that one right. I
5.
got that one right.
So the first 2 he got right.
And the last one.
X and 12. So I got. So it's F, E.
So all the ones where you had to move the x.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good, not bad. Oh, you did that for me.
Okay.
Sad.
All right, so those are the answers. If you need to go figure out how to do one of them, please let me know, and I will go over them again. But you have in your assignment today is